Welcome back to the show. The Salvation Army's East Harlem Hoops program provides a space for athletes who are trying to take their basketball skills to the next level, and while also encouraging the players to grow in their spiritual and faith through devotions and prayer. We've got someone sharing more details to give us more insight. He's the assistant pastor at the Salvation Army Manhattan Citadel Corps Community Center, Lieutenant Erik Muhs. And Lieutenant Muhs, good to have you with us.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a place I'm very familiar with, and I'm glad to hear that you're continuing and doing the great work of uplifting kids and at the same time helping kids get a good start, also to provide an athletic space for them. Talk about the Salvation Army and this particular program.
So we at the Salvation Army always want to reach out to our community and get those involved in whatever we can. And for years, the Salvation Army Gymnasium has been open to kids coming off the street and just wanting a safe place to be. One of our senior citizens at church the other day said when he was 14 years old and heard the Salvation Army had a basketball hoop, he came running and has been here now and is in his 60s. And, just thanks and it credits the Salvation Army with taking him off the streets and making a safe place for him to be.
So you guys are actually celebrating your 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, East Harlem Hoops, as it has been around now for 10 years as an official league, is going to be a great celebration for the championship coming up. And we're just so excited to be here with so many people that have been here since the beginning and some who've just joined the league this year.
And so this is a league that actually attracts people from across the city, has the opportunity to bring some best talent, but also the opportunity to provide some growth and some development. The reason I can tell you is because, like I told you, just found out just before we started, I actually played there and got my start there. As a matter of fact, during halftime, gave my life to Christ there. I remember very specifically how intentional it was in making sure that young people had a place and a space to be able to grow. So can you share a little bit more about creating that place and that space?
Yeah, so we start every game is a requirement for the players before they come in to know that the pastor, as I'm referred to, will be saying a short word for us tonight and giving us a prayer. And so I take Bible lessons from just the simple teachings of Jesus and try to relate it to people coming in who might not have ever heard of the Bible, Jesus, or the Salvation Army. My favorite devotion is when I spoke of the wedding of Canaan and they ran out of wine. And I started my devotion with, who's ever ran out of drinks at a good party? And people got a good kick out of that for the pastors saying that at devotions. But then it really resonated with them that, when we want the things that we don't have and we strive a little bit harder, Jesus is always there to provide a miracle along the way to give us a helping hand. And these guys come in and ask for prayer requests. And, really, I get to know them on a personal level. We just had one gentleman just released on bail from jail, and he came and said, Pastor, I need to talk to you. And we had a conversation about his life and where it's going. And he left much more positive that night than he came in.
What feeling does it give for you having the opportunity to really see lives be transformed? Because, we talk about basketball, but basketball is a part of it. Faith is a part of it as well. But really, it's about life transformation and using the time that's there to really help to develop people. You gave the great example of that young man who just came out from being incarcerated. But there's so many other stories that are similar, maybe not incarceration, but just life in general.
Yes. They come with all of the hopes, fears, and trials and tribulations that so many people face in our wonderful city. And they just come in seeking a better way. And they know that at the Salvation Army, there's some different rules than other basketball leagues. And they quickly realize that there's an impact on their lives being had and that Jesus Christ is there. And he wants a personal relationship with each and every one of them. Our two basketball commissioners who have been with the league since the very beginning said to me just last night at one of our games, Lieutenant, we've lived in East Harlem all of our lives. And now that we're grown, this program has really just pulled us up. One is an administrator at a local middle school, and the other is a businessman. And they have just said the Salvation Army has only made them better, and that their relationship with East Harlem Hoops has only grown their relationship with Jesus.
Amazing, amazing. So where do you go from here now that you've had this? You got the tournament and things going on. Where do you go from here?
Well, unfortunately, last year during the hurricane, our gym flooded and was under 6 inches of water. So at the end of the season, we will be getting a brand new gym floor and putting that down this summer. And as we prepare for that, we have some other things going on. We're looking to start off of this adult basketball program, hopefully maybe a youth basketball program this summer once the floor is installed, and have some local kids who attend church and our rhythm music program during the week come in and be able to have a fun place to play during the summer, and make sure they're still coming to church on Sunday.
So for you, honestly, it's an opportunity to reach people within the community, but also in your own kind of special way, you're building a community. And as you look around and you see the lives that have been impacted, the players that you have coming in and out of the gym, do you notice a sense of change right within your community?
Yeah, for sure. When I first moved to Harlem a year and a half ago, our first Sunday was Valentine's Day, and I knew very little about our overall community. And now I walk down the streets and I'll hear someone yell from down the block, "Hey, Pastor." And it's one of the guys from basketball. And they come running up to me and tell me the good news of the week and what their lives have done. And we, people spend vacations together from this basketball program. They go off to other tournaments and always reflect back to their time at the Salvation Army. And they just know that when they walk in, it's one big family, that at the end of the day, even though the game might get a little overboard sometimes, that they can share that, the next time they're going to get them, or they're just going to keep on going.
Lieutenant Erik Muhs, it's been great talking to you. Congratulations. Good to see the Salvation Army and East Harlem making a tremendous difference. As I said, it's made a difference in my life. I'm here today to be a living testament of that. But I know there's so many other people who can say the same thing. So thank you so much for being with us, Lieutenant Muhs.
Thank you so very much. It's been my pleasure.
All right. Well, we want you to know, if you want more information, we encourage you to visit the website at salvationarmy.org. And there you can find out more about that program and a whole lot more. And speaking of a whole lot more, we do have a whole lot more coming up. Stay with us here on Open.